Alright people, so I'm here with a clean review, meaning that I don't swear in it, of not WrestleMania, but of the Elimination Chamber 2015 review. And the only reason I do a clean review is because somebody asked me to do pay-per-view reviews. He wants me to do some pay-per-view reviews because I guess he has some radio show or whatever on wrestling, and he doesn't want any swearing in it. So I said, all right, I will do it, and he could air it on his channel. And if people like it, then they could go watch more of my videos on my channel. So let me just tell you who I'm doing it for. I'm doing it Tim E.D. It's pronounced Timmy D on live365.com. Just search for pro wrestling and they will come up. So there you go, people. Search for them, and they will come up. So that's what he told me to say, and I said it. So let's get to the elimination. Why am I putting my phone down? I have to get to the review here of the Elimination Chamber. So let me 1 second here. Let me just pull up my notes. Here we go. So we get the tag team Elimination Chamber match to start off the show. The New Day end up winning the match here. I thought it was a good match all in all. A lot of good moves in here. Wrestling wise, it was a good match. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. There was a cool spot where Kalisto fell from the top of the chamber. So there was a lot of cool moves in here. There was also that cool triple suplex or whatever. That was cool. I did have a few problems with this match though, because Cesaro and Kid got eliminated by the Primetime Players of all people. I mean, the Primetime Players suck. They haven't done anything too significant in this company. Then the New Day win, which the New Day I don't like, so I think their gimmick is pretty bad. So I did have problems with the Primetime Players being the last team, the team to get painted by the New Day to end the match. I mean, why were the Primetime Players the last ones in there? I thought it should have been a higher up team, but overall it was a good wrestling match. I did not like some of the other things that surrounded the match, so like the results of it. Then we have Nikki defeating Paige and Naomi. A mediocre match here. I'm going to give it 1.5 out of 5 stars. There's just not much interest I take in the Divas division, if any. So, this match was pretty bad for me to watch. Watching the Divas matches are pretty brutal. I mean, it's very boring. They don't put any thought or logic or anything into the storylines, and the wrestling for the most part is just short and boring. So yeah, not a big fan here. So yeah, 1.5 out of 5 stars. This match was nothing special. Then Kevin Owens defeats John Cena, and what a turnaround this was from the Divas match. A great match here. It's nice to see Cena actually lose clean. You rarely see that. And Owens, I mean, I haven't seen much of him, but from what I've seen of him, he looks like a very good talent. So I'm glad Cena lost the match. The only complaint I have is it started out a little bit slow. However, it picked up. I mean, you had Owens doing cool moves in there. He was doing like moonsaults off the top rope and stuff like that. So that was cool to see. And yeah, just a very good wrestling match. Awesome to see Cena not only lose, but lose clean to a rookie. That was very cool. Very cool to see Owens win there. So yeah, I gave this match 4 out of 5 stars. Just a really great match here. Then we have Neville defeating Bo Dallas in just a boring, like kind of Raw type, SmackDown-esque type match. It's just boring. I'm sure nobody really cared about this. Maybe they cared a little bit, but I mean, this did not feel like a legitimate pay-per-view match. It just felt thrown together. It just felt, oh, we're just gonna take 2 people and put them together. It just felt stupid and dumb, and the match wasn't anything special or anything like that. So I'm gonna give it 1.25 out of 5 stars. Then we have Ryback winning the IC title Elimination Chamber. The match I thought was actually pretty boring. I just didn't think there was, that many entertaining moves. It was just boring, basic garbage for the most part. I mean, just didn't take that much interest in it. You had Mark Henry coming out there to return. I mean, Mark Henry's just an overweight slug. He sucks. He can't wrestle. He's washed up, and he should retire. And then for Ryback winning, I mean, Ryback has not shown me any talent. All he is he's, you know, roided up. He's a roided up freak. That's all he has for him. I mean, he's a big guy. That's it. Yeah, he calls himself the big guy. That's about all he has for him. He has some oversized muscles. That's not that shouldn't get you a top spot in this company. That shouldn't even get you a spot in this company. He's not good. All right. So I did like though how Sheamus locked the door. That was a cool move there with his little key, with his little necklace. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I did think this match was boring overall. I'm gonna give it 1 out of 5 stars. Then we have the main event where Seth Rollins retains the championship over Dean Ambrose. You had, and in the wrestling, I mean, it was all right. You know, the big problem I had though about this match is how weak they made Seth Rollins look. All right, he's got J&J Security and Kane on his side. You know, actually physically out there, and he's also got Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, the Authority, on his side. You know, not physically out there, but so he's got all these people pulling for him. You know, he's got the Authority pulling for him. You know, he's got all these people on his side, and Seth Rollins can't even pick up a victory. He loses by DQ, but before that he lost by pinfall. And you know, the ref took like a minute to get into the ring. I mean, not a minute, but I mean, he took a while to get into the ring too to make that final count. So I mean, they couldn't have made Rollins look more weak if they tried. I mean, this was just pathetic how weak they. You know, this is your champion. This isn't a Heath Slater. This isn't a Santino Marella. This is your WWE world. There's not 2 champions. There's only one main champion. And look at how they're making him look. They're making him look like absolute garbage. I mean, seriously, it's so pathetic and stupid. It's just so frustrating too. You know, I mean, he goes out there every week and gets his butt kicked. It's like, come on, you know. So that just really frustrates me. You know, just to see that. So overall, I'm gonna give this last main event here 2.5 out of 5 stars. Well, you know, I got some good wrestling, but I mean, it just makes me mad about just how they continually to just bury their champion. I mean, he's like a jobber. He's a jobber champion. He's your main champion, and he's a jobber for the most. I mean, he gets beat up every week, even though he has even though it's like 4-on-2 usually. He gets, you know, spear, RKO, whatever, just every week, and it's so frustrating. So overall, I forgot. I believe I gave this pay-per-view like 5 out of 10 stars on my main uncensored review. But yeah, I guess I'll give this, you know, in this review I'll give it 5 out of 10 stars. There was some good matches in here, like the Elimination Chamber tag title match. And also the Cena-Owens match was a very great match. Other than that, though, I mean, there wasn't anything to get all worked up about, you know, or to get too excited about. So there you go, people. There's your clean Elimination Chamber 2015 review. If you would like to watch my uncensored video of it, I have it on my YouTube channel, which is The Ruthless Ranter. I'm the Ruthless Ranter on YouTube. You know, just go check it out. And check out my other videos too. You know, my channel is, you know, continually growing and getting more views on it. And I'm not saying that, it actually is over the past few months or so. So there you go, people. There's your Elimination Chamber 2015 clean review.